We discussed about yeah, we discussed about factors of algebraic expression. I mean term. Suppose if you take 5xy, so 5 comma x comma y are the factors of 5xy. Okay, this is we discussed. Let us take next concept, coefficient. Coefficient. See, if a term is the if a term is the product of two or more factors, two or more factors. If a term is two or more factors, then any one of the any one of the any one of the factors with sign with the sign of the term is called the coefficient of the other factors Did you understand, Nana? So if a term is the product of two or more factors, so suppose in the previous case, if you see this is a 5xy, it is a product of three factors, right? Product of three factors, like that. So if you take product of two or more factors, then any one of the factor, it means any one of the factors, the sign of the term is called coefficient of the other factors. Suppose if you see, I'll give you one example. If you take 7xy, so coefficient of xy is 7. Okay, and x is the coefficient of 7y, and y is the coefficient of 7x. Okay, so here this 7 is called a numerical coefficient, and here x is called a literal coefficient, and y is also called a literal coefficient. Did you get that? Literal coefficient, numerical coefficient and literal coefficient. If it is numerical number, it is called numerical coefficient. If it is any variable, that is called literal coefficient. Yeah, Darahas, unmute.
Sir, I didn't understand, sir.
Suppose if you take 5xy, 5 is the numerical coefficient of xy. So 5xy is a term. In this 5xy term, 5 is the numerical coefficient of xy, and x is the literal coefficient of 5y, and y is the literal coefficient of 5x. Sorry. Did you understand now? suppose if you take minus 5xy. So what is the coefficient of xy? Madam, you can unmute. So minus 5xy. So minus 5 is the numerical coefficient. Numerical coefficient of xy. X is the literal coefficient. Literal coefficient of what is the remaining term? Minus 5y. Y is the literal coefficient of minus 5x. Okay, got it? Now I'll give you some terms. Please find out the numerical coefficients and literal coefficients. Take minus 7z y 2 by 3 4 2 by 3 z and x. Can you please find out literal coefficient and numerical coefficients? I'll give you 2 minutes time. Please think about it. Now, an unlike terms, like terms and unlike terms. So literal factors and nothing but literal coefficients. Okay. See the terms having same literal factors. Literal factors are called like terms or similar terms. Like terms or similar terms. So take one note. In like terms, numerical coefficient may be different. Suppose I will write some like terms here. Unlike terms means a different literal factors. The terms which are having different literal factors. Terms which are having different literal factors. Of are called unlike terms. See here, previously we discussed about literal coefficient and literal coefficients and numerical coefficients. Then what about literal factors and numerical factors? Same example, if you take 5xy, x is the literal factor to 5y, y is the literal factor to 5x, and 5 is the numerical factor to 5x. Very sorry. X is the literal factor to 5xy, y is the literal factor to 5xy, and 5 is the numerical factor to 5xy. I hope you understood. Okay, x is the literal factor to 5xy, y is also literal factor to 5xy, and 5 is a literal factor to 5xy, and xy is also literal factor to 5xy. xy is also a literal factor to 5xy. Now suppose 7xy, if I write this 7xy and 5xy are the like terms. 7xy and 5xy are the like terms, because so xy is the literal factor here. Okay, so xy is the literal factor. So in the 5xy also xy is a literal factor. So 5xy comma 7xy are having the same literal factor, so that we can call them like terms. Suppose I will write some like terms here. So 5xy, 7xy, 2 by 3xy, okay, 6xy, so on. These are like terms. Coming to second one, x square, 2x square, 5x square, 2 by 5x square, so on. These are all like terms. Okay. Number 3, xyz square, 2xyz square, 3xyz square, xyz square, so on. These are the like terms. Did you understand, Nana? Okay. Now from that, if you take any two pairs, suppose unlike terms I'm writing here, unlike terms, 6xy, 6xy, xyz square, and 2 by 5x square. So these three are the unlike terms. 6xy comma xyz square comma 2 by 5x square are the unlike terms, Nana. Unlike terms. Okay. Clear? Okay. Tell me now, 5x comma 5y, are they like terms or unlike terms? They are unlike terms. Okay. So take a note. We can add and subtract like terms. Means they can simplify. They can simplify. We can also add unlike terms also, but we cannot simplify them. Let us see. Suppose if you take 5x comma 2x, if I told you to add them, so 5x plus 2x will give us 7x. But coming to take this 5x comma 5y, 5x comma 5y, so 5x plus 5y will give, that's it. We cannot simplify even more. Or else if you want to take 5 of x plus y, we can write, that's it. There is no even more simplification. Okay. What is the difference between the addition of like terms and addition of unlike terms? Nothing. Unlike terms we cannot simplify even more, and like terms we can simplify. Okay. Simplest form. Got it? But we can multiply and we can divide any like term and unlike terms. We can take the multiplication operation and division operation between any like terms or unlike terms. Okay. Any doubts up to here? Yes. Right. Now let us see. Discuss if I take an algebraic expression like this, 2x square minus 3xy plus 5y square if I take. So number of terms, how many? Number of terms. How many terms are there, Nana? Number of terms, 3. Nana, don't write Kushal. Number of terms, 3. What are they? They are 2x square, 3xy minus 3xy, and 5y square. Yes, Kushal. So number of terms, 3. Number of terms, 3 are there. So what are the terms? 2x square minus 3xy comma 5y square. Okay. What are the variables involved in this algebraic expression? Variables. X and y. Only 2 variables are there. Only 2 variables involved. Okay. Okay. But somebody may count like this: 1x, 2x, so 2, and 1y, 2y. So 4. They will say 4 variables are there. No. So you have to count x only single time. Okay. So only x variable and y variable involved. Okay. So what is the coefficient of x square? That is 2 in the first term. Then coefficient of xy, that is minus 3. Generally, individually we'll see about literal coefficients. coming to algebraic expression in the combination of terms, we will see only numerical coefficients only. Coefficient of y square is 5. Yes, Satvik. Coefficient of x square is 2. Coefficient of xy is -3, and coefficient of y square is 5. Okay. So here 2x square, 3xy, and 5y square are unlike terms. They are unlike terms, so that we did not simplify them. Okay. I hope you understood like terms and unlike terms, and literal factors and literal coefficients, numerical factors and numerical coefficients. Okay. We will see in the next topic, the next class. So until we can stop here.